Hey, good morning, Watch fam. How you guys doing? Thank you for hanging out. It's a Twilight last minute episode, like I usually do. It's 2 a.m. here in, what time is it? 1:35 a.m. here in Hollywood, California. So not usually, actually, that means the whole world is asleep. This is the time that the whole world's asleep. At least anybody that watches this show for the most part. So let's see what we're going to do tonight. I just got an email from these guys saying they listed some new watches. So I figured, what the hell, let's go on here and take a look. So that's what I want to do. Look at some watches and talk about some watches. There we go. How you doing, Caliber? You know, there's a watch here that jumps out at me. And I'm not going to lie, I really like the price too. The price isn't bad. This one here. Oh, someone already bought it. I think this was a good deal for $50,000. If it was the right timing, I might have picked up the phone and pulled the trigger on this. This is a special dial, Patrizi dial. And I guarantee you, as financial advice, this watch will be $100,000. Just a matter of time. Guarantee you, this is a $100,000 watch. This was a good pickup for 50 grand. And I say that because it was only a couple of years ago this watch was sitting at 35,000. So for them to just want $15,000 more for this bad boy, they're trying to say that the Patrizis have topped out at 50 grand. That might be just in this market cycle, I think. Beautiful. It's a 16520 model number. I had one of those. 503B end links. Triplock winding crown. 40 mil. And these have the zenith movement in them too. So you're getting the zenith movement in it, which that adds value. So even if it wasn't a Patrizi dial, it's already a $38,000 watch. So you're only paying $12,000 for the Patrizi patina on here. This watch was a frickin' steal. They call it the Osvaldo Patrizzi watch because the Italian auctioneer discovered the anomaly of the brown patina at subdials in the year 2005, and they named it after him. I'll tell you what, boys, that was probably the pickup of the year right there. I'm not going to lie. That was probably a watch to grab right here. No wonder why it sold so quick. It only took 5 minutes somebody to reason it out like I did just now before they decided to pull the trigger. Literally. That's all it took was 5 minutes of thought to decide this was way worth the money. Good God, that's absolutely stunning. That look, this is more pretty than a 5711, than even the FP Journes I'm looking at. This is a special watch. It's a special watch. It's a hell of a special watch. It's an incredibly special watch. So incredibly special. Congratulations to the lucky bastard who got this first. Jeez Louise. Look at that. Oh boy, I wish I was still working, you know? Ain't that the truth? Boy, I wish I was still working. God, if I was still working, I could just take all my liquid income and just buy any of this shit. Any of it. I haven't even left my four walls but once in a month. All right, let's see what's next here. That was man, that was a good watch to look at. Good first watch to look at. You like that one? Right, Caliber. What do you think about that Caliber? Daytona, huh? Jeez. So let's see. They got a couple of Journes up here. 395,000, 249,000. Let's take a look at one of these. So this is the collectible brass movement watch from the FP Journe gentleman. It's a chronometer resonance. So this is it's essentially like two movements in one watch. You're basically looking at two clocks on the screen at the same time, and they're bouncing their energy off each other, keeping themselves in sync. Beautiful. Quite unique. I know most people aren't going to understand why you need two clocks on one watch. You just tell them because you have the money to do it. That would be the best answer. Look at the winding crown. Isn't that beautiful how the winding crown is at 12 o'clock there? So quaint, isn't it? So beautifully integrated as well. With the curved straps. Curved end links. Quite the dress watch. Toppest tier. Toppest tier. Magnificent. Brass movement. Highly sought after. Highly finished. Highly finished. People, critics of the FP Journe family, they criticize the lack of case sizes and case parameters, case variations. They say he just uses the same case and everything. I mean, are you making a case or are you making a watch? So I think he's concentrating on the element. You see how he uses his own custom private manufactured screws so that nobody else can open the watch. So they make their own screws and screwdrivers. And if anybody else does open your watch to service it, it voids FP Journe's service. They don't want anybody touching the watch. What time is it where you guys are at, man? We're running on 2 a.m. here. I like this time of night, Look at that. That's a great shot right there. Those VV drops are getting super hard to get, man. I've got an iPhone 13 that I just got yesterday. A few days ago, I got an iPhone 13 and an iPhone 12 Max Pro. And with the both of them, it's hard to get anything from VV. Tried to do it today, couldn't do it today. Tried to do it yesterday, couldn't get anything yesterday. The day before, I got 3 comics with the 2 phones, but that was that one day. Now, this is amazing how much this watch has gone up in value. Insanity. Imagine getting one of these at retail for $70,000. Anything's worth $500,000 now. So here you go. The brass movements are just totally collectible from this family of watches. They're over $250,000 each, simply because of this one's in remarkable condition. Wow. Simply because of the full stop production on brass movements at FP Journe. They don't do them anymore. It's all in the scarcity. Everything has to do with scarcity. When it comes to refined goods, Not bad for a tourbillon. This is a tourbillon? It doesn't really show it. I mean, you can't tell it's a tourbillon because of the freak design. That's too bad. Wow. Good price for a tourbillon freak, though, I would suppose. Beautiful AP. That is the one watch I am missing. That is definitely one watch that I am missing. The damn AP. I almost bought one time used for about 18,000. Obviously, they're double that now. But I didn't do it. I put it on. It didn't feel like me, so I didn't pull the trigger. That was maybe 7 years ago. 7 years ago. I'm not sure how I would feel about putting one on now. If I got the same reaction, I probably wouldn't pull the trigger. But I kind of want one now. This is the old Comet. You see these come up once in a while. Wow, that's insane. I don't think they were $100,000 though. They really want $100,000 for that? Oh my god, they want 73 grand for a solid gold Rolex Daytona. Do they really want that much for this? That's a $40,000 watch. Wow, these things have just gotten ridiculous. This is just that I would never touch that. That's a Daytona Platinum. I would never touch that. There's a good watch. If you like old watches, I don't like old watch. I mean, yeah, I like this, but is that mother of pearl missing? Can't tell. I like this Arnold Schwarzenegger, but this is gigantic. It's a very pretty watch. I like this. Huge, though. Huge. I think it's 45 millimeter. 48. Oh, holy mackerel. Black label, black boutique. The black dials are boutique edition only. Special order application pieces for existing FP Journe customers. So I have access to these now. But regardless, you have to have money. So wow, look how this is the Bugatti of watches. The Bugatti of watches, man. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get my Havana Journe. I might go through a burning, a witching of my watches, and just start selling half the lot. You never know. The thing is, as I was just telling you, that I got too many watches and I got 4 on the way. What am I going to do? There has to come a point where I sell 4 that I have for the 4 that are coming. So I think some decisions should be made. Not that they have to be made. I just feel that they should be made. But then you'll have the positive watch thinkers say, but Rich, all those watches are 3-4x what you paid for them anyway. So what does it matter? Even if they went down 70%, you're still going to be double. Who cares? You know, you're dead. Your wife can get rid of them to a gray dealer for double, triple the money. It still doesn't matter. Who cares, right? So there's a point in that too. So look at the lines on that thing, though. Freaking unreal. It's like looking at a car. This is about as sexy as a watch gets, this one right here on the screen. This is one of my favorite watches. Definitely, this is one of my favorite watches that exists right here. It always comes. I always come back down to a black dial FP Journe. Unbelievable. The only other thing that you would get me to freak out on besides this dial right here is the black dial centograph. That just takes the cake. You know what I can see myself doing one day? After I get my Havana Chronometra Blue, after I get my after I get my Havana, and after I get my Chronometra Blue, and after I get my Omegas, after I have all my watches, I mean, I might be sitting on 300 grand worth of watches, right? By that point. Something like this comes up for 259,000. There's a real good possibility I just call Ivana up, that I just call up that gal at the European Watch Company and tell her, hey, you know what? I've got 15 watches worth $300,000 that I want to flip into one FP Journe Optimum Black label. Would that be sick? And I just turn all my efforts of watches in one day into a single monster. Just a single monster. And I'll just be wearing a G-Shock for the rest of the time. You know what? I got to keep something. I'll keep one Submariner. How about that? I'll keep my Hulk or something. I'll keep one sub and this monster. I could see that. I can see that happening. Oh, now you guys are talking? What's going on? Hey, Anthony, what's up, buddy? Or are you talking about the, let me bring it back up. You're talking about the Resonance? Let's see what you're saying. See how on the right balance wheel, there's a gear rack. You can move the right balance in or away from the left balance to regulate the synchronization of the two balance wheels. Oh, got you. I see it, yeah. Oh man, it's early for you guys. Oh, the balance wheel in the front. Gotcha. So let's see. Yeah. $72. 46,000. Wow, look at that Lenge. Perpetual Rattrapant. 130,000. I almost bought one of these 5235 regulators. I'm kind of glad I didn't. It's not it's not an easy watch to read the time because it's not normal, and it's probably not easy to resell. Very weird watch. This is a scientific watch, a watch that requires this is for someone who requires a watch that doesn't have cluttered dials, that the hands don't lapse over each other, so that they can take clear scientific readings without feeling, cluttered in their brain, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool, actually. I mean, I dig it. And I liked this dial version of this watch. This was the original dial version. Then they made another one that I hated, the rose gold version. But this version makes this the most modern looking Patek on the market. Like modern as in 21st century or space age watch. This is the most advanced space age looking, modern looking Patek that they make. It just has that stainless steel dial vibe, that aluminum look vibe, that modern machining looking vibe. So the dial at top is the hour, so that's telling you it's 10 o'clock, and then the minute is the big hand, so it's 10:09. It's so weird. So weird. I like it. I kind of dig it. Basically, what it's doing is it's removing the hour hand out of the dial so that it doesn't conflict with the second counter below. The user of the watch is hell bent on that second counter kind of being clear of clutter, and having a slow moving hour hand that's always there on top of it is undesired. So they pulled that out and threw it up top. And now you have a clear use of a seconds function visually, minute function visually, hour separate, everything's separated out. And I mean, it's an annual calendar. You got your month, day, year. Gosh, actually, the more you look at it, the more you can appreciate this guy. You can really appreciate it. It's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. And it's not an old fogey looking watch. That's what I'm saying. So this is a good watch for a young rich guy mover, man. You don't want to have the old man fogey watch, but you want a Patek, you want a dress watch still. This is a tough watch. Micro rotor, beautiful finishing. Yeah, I remember why I wanted this now. It's great. And it's different. Beautiful marquee too. I just love how it just the Patek Philippe Genève stamp right there on there. Love it. Look at the pushers. Beautiful alignment of the pushers. How aesthetically beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. That's a highlight of the case. That is absolutely stunning. The three pushers right there. And even the buckle. That was one thing that kind of turned me on. Look at the buckle, the way they print Patek Philippe on the buckle. It looks like Superman or something. Very modern. Real hip. I like it. Boy, how much is this? This is a good one. This is a good watch. 46. You know, the price hasn't moved on this. You know, this thing's been 46 for 2 years. So there you go, you know. That's a nice one. Then you have a power watch. This is without a doubt a power watch. This is a hard power watch. Big time power watch right here. That is just magnificent. That screams I'm the big dog. That basically says, get the F out of here with whatever you're wearing. Even your Journe. Man, that is a bad boy, dude. Look at that. I've never really looked at this one. Wow. Let me take that in for a minute. That's pretty fucking amazing. Huh. What do you guys think about this? I mean, the price is fair, 80,000. What do you think about this? Hell, this is something to be had. Wow. Whoa. That's a good one. I'm not going to lie. That's a good one. That's a good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. A 5905P. Damn, I'm going to have to put that on my list. Boys, that's a man, that's a crap, dude. That's a good one. Shit, boys. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. This kind of turned into one of my favorite watches right now, just out of nowhere. This one's blowing me away. I'm in love with this. This one just took me by surprise right now. I'm not going to lie. This one just blew my mind. Damn, I could get rid of a couple. All I'd have to do is get rid of 3 Rolexes to get that. That's easy to get. Shit, I could call her up right now and just say, take 3 of my Rolexes. Give me this watch. Oh crap, dude. You guys like this one? Oh my god, this is badass. Man, I'm about ready to make some move. Something like this. This is crazy. I'd get 10 grand for my sub. Take my Explorer for 10. There's 20. Take my President. Well, just take I don't know, just take some watches. Barry would probably buy my Omega. I could come up with 75 grand for this puppy. All right. They'll get more of them. They'll get more of them. What year is this one? Let's pay attention to what it is so we can look for the next one that comes along. This is, let's see what year this is. Oh, damn, this is new. Oh my god, this is new. Still under warranty. That's nice, isn't it, bro? That's nice, huh? I mean, one, two. Oh, this is my old box. Let's see. What do I have? This is my old box too. I don't have that Daytona anymore. What's in my box? How many Rolexes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that Daytona got replaced with my Explorer. So those are all my Rolex except the Explorer got replaced. That Daytona's not there. So let me look at my Rolexes. What would I get rid of? The President or the Bluesy or the Batman or the rubber strap Daytona or the Hulk or the Submariner, and then I have an Explorer. I mean, it'd be consolidation, man. I can't just keep all this shit. I mean, there's the Omega too, which I have 2 more coming. hard to get rid of the Rolexes. I mean, I'll never get rid of the Hulk. I don't want to get rid of my Surrey, and I don't want to get rid of the Batman. I don't want to get rid of the Daytona. It's like those 4 Rolexes are, you can't sell those. They're staple for Rolex. So the only Rolex I would ever get rid of would literally be the President, the vintage 1016, and the Submariner. So that, I mean, that's 30 grand right there. And then the Omega, 45,000. That would be the only move I could make. Getting rid of a President, the Black Sub-Date, the Polar Explorer, and that Omega. And that would give me about 35,000. I would think that would be a good trade. That would be a good exchange if I did that, to come up that that Patek. That would be a good move. So I'd have to come up about 40 grand out of pocket. That'd be something to think about. But boy, yeah, look at that. That thing is, that's a bad boy right there. Yeah, I like it. You know, oh, I'm not gonna lie though, a watch like that will be difficult to wear. You know, if you're going into the office every day, I suppose you can wear a black watch like that. But I don't go. My office is here now. Shit. So it's not like you're gonna wear it. I won't get much use out of it, but hey. Those 5035s, I don't like them at all. I think this is the watch Clive has, 5064 midsize Aquanaut. Nobody's spending 17,000 on the 1010. It's been there for a while. Wow. Wow, this is stunning. Wow. That is special. Oh my goodness. Watch of the night right here. This is amazing. Look at that case. The fuck? The flare in that case, dang. Those lugs. Wow. Oh my god, this thing's it's an instrument. You know, I'm in love with the leap years. You know, I love leap year indicators, especially when they're dialed out like that. What a great strap match, too. That looks great. Boy, they knocked it out of the park. This is just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than the one we just looked at. $1991, and it's this beautiful. The watch is 30 years old, and it's this gorgeous. Man, I'm in awe, to be honest. This watch has just put me in awe. This is freaking real. Unreal. Look at that. I like this one. This one blows away the one we just looked at. I would put this 10 times on top of the black one we just saw. But how much is this one now? $142,000. Wow. And it's 30 years old, not 3 years old. Big difference, huh? 30 years old instead of the last one we looked at's 2 years old. Get a home equity line of credit. Do not sell my watches. Yeah. NFTs, baby. NFTs. I'm done investing in. I'm done adding money in. I've been done adding money to crypto for a while. I got enough money in crypto. I've been over the last 6 months. I've probably invested $100,000 in NFTs. So that's my big thing right now, is trying to come up on NFTs. As a matter of fact, I've got a lot of anticipation tonight because I'm about to enter a gas war. I'm going to enter a gas war this afternoon, and it's supposed to be nasty. And man, I'm thinking I'm going to pre-fund the transaction with $2,000 in gas. So that I can mint. You think if I push a $2,000 gas tab over to the miners, they'll get me minted? I'll get my 3 mints before everybody else and not lose my gas fee. Now, I've never been in a gas war before. This is going to be my first time. Let's see. Yeah, that watch was just amazing. That was cool that I came across those last two. I'm glad. Let's see what else. I'm probably going to cut the stream here in a minute. My back is starting to put pressure on me. Oh man, there's still some more I want to look at. Damn it. Okay, let's look at these. I like this. I've considered this before. I've almost bought this before. I almost bought the rose gold version of this. It's beautiful with the red, with the rose gold batons on here and the rose gold highlights. It's beautiful. And the retrograde day counter is just so cool with the red arrow there. And then, when it goes from the 31st to the 1st, you need to set your iPhone alarm on midnight on the 31st. So, yes, you take your iPhone alarm, you set it 10 minutes ahead so that on the 31st you wake up and you can watch that little thing go from the 31st and bounce all the way back to the 1st. Yep. That's what you should do. And what a perfect layout on this watch. Look at the leap year indicator. It has a leap year window right in the middle there. How it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Perfect leap year window right in the middle. This is a grand complication. This is a grand complication. And I don't know about you, but when I first got into watches, it was all about complications for me. And I ended up mostly just going Rolex with no complications. And I kind of left that whole motif of desiring complications behind. But it's still always there, the grand complication watch has always been the grail for everybody, for the most part. But yeah, this is one. I like the retrograde function. I like the placement of the 3 windows being the leap year in the center, day left, month right. It's just the moon. It even has a moon. The moon south. It's so balanced. Perfect. And it's got a case similar to it's got a 9.6 case. It's got a 9.6 Calatrava case. My favorite case of all the watches, right? You see that? It's basically looks like a 5196. Man, you can't beat that. That's solid, right? The most classic case. It's got a 9.6 Calatrava case. Did you notice that? Oh man, I'm in deep shit. I'm waiting for nerve. They're going to burn my nerve endings with chemicals. I'm waiting for the procedure, man. I'm waiting. I'm begging them for the procedure, man. I'm waiting for it. Chemical-induced burn, nerve burnings. Let's go. All right. Hold on a second. I'm rolling a fucking cigarette, huh? Let me roll this bad boy up, man. I need this shit. I need this. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, it's good. And the three Pateks we just looked at, these three exact Patek Philippe's we just looked at, even the fourth, even four, the regulator, the 5235 regulator, we just looked at like the best Patek watches on the market. We literally just looked at the best freaking buys of Patek. Let me bring that back up. Come on. Five two three five winner. One of the best watches Patek makes. We went over it. The price is held at 46,000 for 2 years. It hasn't even moved up $1,000. I don't think that. I think it's that's what it's been right here. 5905p winner right here. Vintage winner 3970 right here. Modern winner 5496p grand complication in a 9.6 case. See, here's the 9.6. You see how the cases are the same? Look how beautiful that is. Imagine that sitting in my box right next to my 5196 there, but it's a grand comp. Wouldn't that be tough? Oh man, we didn't look at this one. Holy moly, look at this one. Look at this one. Wow, look at the black. Look at the black. Wow, that is so bad. That is so bad. That is so bad. The black indices and the black hands, it's just blacked out. Look at that. Oh, moly, lowly, lowly. Look at that. You know that's what you're paying for. This is what Mayer has, right? What's his name? John Mayer, whatever his name is. All right. This is the no chin. The no chin perpetual annual chronograph. No chin. So it doesn't have the chin divot in the railroad track. What do you guys prefer, the chin or the no chin? The chin is going to be the more collectible one, right? Or the only collectible one? I think the chin's going to be a lot more money. And the chin will have the old Geneva stamp, House de Genève, versus the Patek Philippe stamp, right? So if you look at the back of this watch, it should have a Patek Philippe stamp, PP. You see there? But on the double chin, it's going to have the Genève stamp. $129,000. Going once. The wonderful, beautiful world of watches. How did I get pulled into this world? Through my world of pain. You guys know that, I guess. I'm glad I found it. Saved my life. Look at this shit. This is just unreal. The blue in this is the blue. For them to even think of making a watch this blue kind of blows me away that they would be okay with making something this blue. Gorgeous. Wow, look at that. That's gorgeous. That just sucks you in, huh? I'm a little blown away, to be honest, right now. I'm kind of reflecting. Every single Patek Philippe watch we've looked at this moment has been like just wow, like as good, if not better than the FP Journes we just looked at. Am I right? And all of these complicated Pateks we've looked at knocked the piss out of the Nautilus that I pulled up. Those Nautilus, all of the Nautiluses looked They didn't look anything exciting to me. All of these looked much better. All these comps looked much better than the Nautilus. Well, this is a Tiffany dial. Boys, this is a Tiffany and Company dial. This is a Tiffany and Co. Wow. I'd cut your arm off to get this watch. Still has stickers on it. Oh, it was just serviced. Papers dated 2020. Man, 92,000 on hold. I'm going to say that's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. I mean, look, don't tell me this watch wasn't 70,000, 75,000 without the Patek, without the Tiffany marquee. So this person just got a deal on this. They just paid 15, 18 grand for a Tiffany marquee. Man. Oh, this one's a solid right here. Oh man, imagine picking up a Patek, but on top of that, it's a Tiffany Patek. Oh man, imagine how good that would feel to have a Tiffany Patek. Can you imagine that? I don't know about you, but the Tiffany marquee on a Patek is a difference between a rainbow and a shitty day. If you have the option or not. I mean, fuck, it makes the watch. Without a doubt. That's a number one flex. You can't get no flex bigger than a Tiffany dial. That's as big as a flex you can get on a watch, is a Tiffany marquee. On a Patek. Hard flex. If that matters to you. Well, that was an exciting watch. And then there's one of my favorites. Someone bought it. There you go. Someone bought it. One of my favorites. We got drawn into Patek tonight. I got drawn into Patek tonight. Started with the Journe. Got pulled away into Patek Philippe. I like this version too. This version with the pleated dial. This is beautiful. See that? It's the classic version of the retrograph that we saw earlier. So everything's the same layout, identical, right? Except the font is classical, Roman numeral classical fonts. The what do they call that? Pliche dial or whatever they call that. That design on the dial harps it back to classic times. So yeah, modern or classic. What do you want? You know, this one actually costs more because it's got more design element in it, more work. Hunter half case back. You can open it and close it. Where are we at? Right here. We looked at this one last time. We said this one is absolutely stunning. The thing that gets me about this vintage 3940 the most right here, that I love about this Italian stallion right here the most, is that it is the color, the vintage color of the moon phase on this watch knocks my socks off. Do you see it? Do you see this vintage color popping from the it almost looks like it's peeling from the Sistine Chapel or something, from up the ceiling or something. It almost looks holy. The paint looks like it's just, man, what did they use? It's just, I love it. What is that? Is it just the lighting hitting it? Just so beautiful, man. Look at that. Wow. It's just incredible. You know what I mean? It's easy to fall in love with a material object, I know. I do it all the time. All right. I think I took a good look at some watches tonight. I think that was good. Got an idea of some Patek Philippe prices. Got an idea of some nice dress watches there to look at, consider. Tim Masso was talking about this one on his show the other day. What was he saying about this? This is kind of a good deal to pick up, he was saying, if you're looking for a watch that's not hyped. Although I do think the black one is the collectible version versus the white one. So I think the black one goes for a considerable amount more money. But I like this one. I like the white version. I think it's so sporty. This goes great with a supercar. I bet it looks really cool with that red spinning around too, with both of them spinning around counting. Super easy read, very legit, very bold, very black, very masculine. Nice big classic vintage looking pushers. Even the crown looks, old school, doesn't it? They did this watch right. They definitely did this watch right. This ain't no shit watch. This is a watch. If you want to look, let me ask you something. Let's talk a minute. You come to me and you want a steel sports watch. You're looking at Daytonas for $45,000 in steel, $35,000 in steel. You're looking at APs for $68,000 in steel. Royal Oaks for $38,000 in steel. Now, man, this is a Patek Philippe chronograph. Remember that, because all the chronograph functions and all the other watches we mentioned cost a lot of money. Chronograph always costs the most. So for $66,000, getting a Patek Philippe chronograph function, but not only that, but you're getting it housed in a sports case with a full bracelet. Right? We always talk about missing the bracelet. Plus, you need the bracelet for it to be a sports watch, a genuine sports watch. Plus, this has the sports flair element, the black, the red. It's modern looking. It doesn't have classic Roman numerals. That red really pops. I mean, it's definitely got a racing signature to this dial, 100%. Killer watch. I think people pass it up because for a year, Tim Masso and media and people were just saying, but it's not the discontinued one, or it's not the collectible one, but it's not the black dial collectible one. I mean, were you planning on buying a collectible watch, or were you just planning on buying a sports watch? And then on top of that, I personally think the white version is the better version. I think it's more legible to have black writing on white, black script on white background than the other way around. And if you look at it like this in this photo here, it kind of has that checkered flag look with the white background with the black script on top. It does resemble, like in this photo here, like a checkered flag look. I dig it. Another good watch. Look at that. Another good watch. As a matter of fact, I'm saying I love that 5905, that black dress watch. But then I said, I don't go to board meetings. I don't go to the office. I go to my garage. I go to the beach. I go nowhere really right now. I'd wear this at home. I'd wear this around. I couldn't wear a 5905. But I could definitely wear this around all day long at the house. For sure I could wear this. This would feel cool. This would feel cool to wear around as a daily. I mean, this would be a great daily. But it's high gloss polish, isn't it? So you don't want to scratch it. But I mean, hey, whatever. You bought it to wear it. Man, I like that watch actually. That's a great looking watch. You might even be able to still buy that. I think you can still buy that at the AD. I think I've seen it in the shelf. Um, yeah, he has the black version. He has the collectible version. You're right. You are right. It's a sweet movement. Yeah, it is a sweet movement. Hella chronograph movement, sweet movement. And look how beautifully it aligns the case, don't it? Beautiful, hella sweet, isn't it? Yeah, no joke. All right, guys, I got to get up. That's all I can handle. I went way overboard. Thank you very much for joining. That was a lot of fun. I haven't done that for a while. I'll be doing it again, probably sooner than I think. You guys have a good rest of your nights, rest of your days. And hello to everybody joining on the recorded show. And give it a thumbs up and be good. Laters. Thank you.